Okay, this is going to be the second video of using real thin flakes and doing percussion work with them. No pressure except setting up platforms and leveling out U-shaped places. I'll explain to you when I do the pressure. I'm not thinning by pressure is what I'm trying to say. All gonna be percussion, just like this. I tell you what, that joker's so thick right there, it ain't gonna be that big a challenge. I said, oh no, you just want to get rid of it. I'm trying to find something that's flat all the way across. And I just keep thinking, if I look down, I'll see it. There we go, look at that. This is so thick. This is a nice one here, but it's the same problem, look how thick it is. So we're gonna take this one, and the problem with this one is it's got this big old thick point on it, and when you go hitting on the end, it's probably gonna snap across right there. So I'm not gonna do any grinding. I don't want strong platform at all. I'm just gonna skim the edge and knock these little bitty flakes off. When I say little bitty flakes, I hope you can see it. I mean they're little bitty. Gradually taking my time. If I hit too far in, it's gonna break. I gotta be real careful. And if you just happen to start watching this, you're gonna say, well, why don't you just pressure flake that off? Nope, that's not what it's about. It's about seeing what we can do doing percussion. How far we can go with it. Years ago, I used to do this a lot. I made some real thin air points doing this. Actually, they would probably, I would think, too thin to hunt with, because they would break seeds. I think it would be better putting on a blowgun dart and shooting into a squirrel or a bird or something like that. Yep. Alright, now I'm going to lightly grind this with a 320. That's 320 grit abrader. And I'm going to see if I can run it halfway across. And this flake went in, come out halfway. Same with that one. Now I have no convexity on this side at all. And I just run them flakes all the way across that razor edge, and I never ground it. Because I was hitting straight in and I didn't have to run them too far. This was already here, I didn't have to run them like an eighth of an inch to meet. That's what I'm trying to say. Now watch this. I'm gonna put me some convexity up here and it's thicker going this way because I got a ridge right there. And I'm gonna grind this because of the ridge and try to run this flake up this ridge. I appreciate y'all subscribing to my channel. I don't think I'm gonna make much of anything finished anymore. Just starting to get arthritis in my fingers and joints and wrists. And hadn't had any pain from hammering yet, thank goodness. Because when I'm rolling my wrist and doing pressure flaking when I have trouble. And this finger is twice as big as that one. And it hurts all the time, huh? So, and I know it's from pressure flaking because that's the hand I hold and I wrap it around this right here. See how I wrap around it? So that's running flakes. That ain't doing platforms. You don't have to shove that hard doing platforms. This is real tricky here. This is thinner than thin right here. So if I hit down, I'm probably gonna break it right there. So I'm hitting straight in until I feel it making contact, and then I start bending down. It's like as soon as I feel it, I start snapping my wrist out. I'm running just teeny tiny micro flakes. I mean, they're not even going a 1/16 of an inch right there. But it's dulling that sharp edge is helping get this limestone off. Now this side is starting to get thicker. It was real sharp, but now getting closer into the center of it, and it's getting thicker. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna knock some square back out in left field and knock the skew out of it while I can. While I can get a good blow on it. You take the 320, lightly rub it, get right there, trying to get this cortex off, and it didn't work. There we go. Look how good it's coming off. All right, I'm gonna drive right into it again, straight into it, just barely jerk down. As soon as I hit, I'm jerking down. Just gonna give it some more convexity. By that, I mean a little rounded shape to it, a little curve. Flakes like to go uphill and run downhill on the curve. I ground a little harder, even though it's 320. And right here, I'm gonna try to come down and run one halfway across, so I'm gonna angle it up like this and hit, and look what happened. It went all the way out right to there. So I'm gonna do it on my hand this time. And I thought I could catch it for you, but I didn't. Now this is pretty doggone thin here. I don't know if it's gonna take much out or not. It's to see it. We're gonna try and see. Nope. Have to build it up a little more. I just don't think I'll finish this one. It's just too thin in the middle here to get this limestone off. If the limestone wasn't on there, I would have a better odds of finishing it. But I'm having to hit it too hard to get this stuff off. You gotta make the plate run far enough to remove it. That did pretty good. Did a little better. I'm gonna shorten this base here. I'm gonna do something. You watch this. I hadn't hit nothing. I hadn't touched nothing but this to it. And I'm gonna hit on that razor edge and try to get this out. If I grind this at all, it's gonna break, I'm telling you. I just don't know if you can tell how thin that is. All right, that plate run right to there. I was hoping it'd be enough to get it out, but it wasn't. All right, we'll start over. Put a little more convexity to it. I'm gonna do what I call a come around the corner move. I'm gonna grind it right here. And if you see where it's a dip, I'm try to hit right in there and go that way. And that sure enough gonna be hard to get the tool in on it, come in like this. Broke it off, broke the edge off. Try it again this way. It's not gonna work. Don't want to behave. Might as well leave it alone. Move around. Oh, look here, look here, look here. Blind hog found an acorn. Look at that. I get that off in a little bit. See, I might as well leave it alone because I'm keep fooling around. I'm gonna break it because I'm getting aggravated. I don't ever get aggravated planting apple, do you? Well, that's my biggest problem is temper and patience. If I can't get a rock to break sometimes, I'll have a pretty piece going and more old woolly booger get a hold of me and I come out in left field and I don't care. I just hit that son of a middle of my hand, break it just cause I'm mad. And I said, oh, what did I do that for? I didn't hurt nothing but myself. Look how pretty that came out, all the way out through there. I know I'm not the only one that does that. If that were the case, I'd be in the crazy house right now. I bet some of my buddies do it, and they just don't want to admit it. I'm going to grind this 2 or 3 times because I'm going to try to run that flake all the way into that high spot there. Maybe go all the way across, take the hinge out, so I'm gonna hit real hard. I don't know if you can tell how hard I hit. Look how far I run that flake over that little thin piece. Almost to it. I'm looking up, make sure you can see where I'm at. And this is what I recommend instead of just trying to hit it the first blow, is kind of start working your way into it like this. Sometimes you still go too far into it and break it, even being careful like that. Big old hump it took out. If you look at this, it's a crack running right there and a hinge there and a low spot there, but this ridge is running all the way up through here. If I hit this ridge, it ought to take all that off, but I gotta hit it this way. And so it's a little too sharp bending down, so I'm gonna kind of grind back this way with this 320 grit. Now I gotta get it lined up right, 'cause I don't wanna mess up. Took it out perfect. Now we're gonna pressure plate some platform because I got the rest of it here where the crack is. I don't want to hit in that crack, I want to pressure plate hit it. If I hit in it, it might cause it to run further. It's like you get a crack in a piece of glass, like in your windshield, you can drill a hole in it to stop it from running further. Well, kind of about like what I'm doing with pressure plating. If I hit on it, I might cause it to run further, break in half. If I pressure flake around it and ease into it, I'm not putting as much pressure on it. It might not run, it might not break. We come this way, so now we're gonna come this way. Come up here and hit down like this. I'm glad I caught that plate. Look what that plate did. Went that way. Come straight down like this. Hinge is gone and everything is gone. Now, what my concern is all this high area in here. It's real low here. No flake scars, but it's real high right in here. So I'm looking at trying to bring this edge up. And really bring it up over here. I'm going to put a little pressure on it with that fine grit sandpaper. Probably going to break my point off, trying to do what I'm trying to do. My plate running halfway across. There we go. Look at that, took all that hump out. So now, it's flat, so it took all that out and give it convexity on this side. Now I'm looking at a hump right on the tip here, where the point's gonna be. I'm gonna come up like this. I might even try to run a thinning plate down the tip. I'm going to try it without grinding. I'm going to try to run one right down the tip. I'm not going to grind that edge. I want it real fine. I want it to be thick on me. Look at the flakes that come off. Made 2 flukes right down that tip. One hinged out right there, but that'll come out. And now I can pressure flake on this side where I got the little high ridges. Boy, that's gonna make that tip look good. It's gonna thin this bottom part. Be thinning some more. Go back and look at this. I said it was when we started. I hit straight in it. I figured it was gonna hinge in the middle. I had no idea it was gonna go as far as it did, but I wanted to run as far as I could run it so it'd have a flake in this low area it dips down. Now I'm gonna kind of hit this way and hope this will feather out. If not, maybe I can get it coming back to the other side. Now I'm gonna hit like this. And it didn't feather out. So everything's on this, all of the hinges run all the way to this side over here, or the sharp ridge, whatever you'll call it. I'm gonna work on the point end of it, and then I'm gonna make it narrow. All right, if you look, you can see it's a hinge running right through there. I got to run these across it, which is no problem. But when I get up here, I got to take them pretty far. So I'm gonna just barely tap on it right here. Yes, and I'm missing a lot, because I got to work into it real slow to do what I want to do. And I didn't actually do what I wanted to do right here. Didn't give them a run far enough. The flakes come off good, they just didn't run as far as I wanted them to. Wasn't hitting quite hard enough. My angle wasn't quite right either. I have trouble with my angle when something gets this thin. I'm not that good at seeing highs and lows. There we go. That's what I was trying to do right there. Now then I need to come across on this side. I need to push in right here and bring this up. This is what I'm talking about is gonna make it narrow. It's too wide at the base. I'm not gonna do any grinding. Flakes already run across this side. I'm just chipping them in like this. I'm hitting like this and I'm working right up to the tip. Sound like a horse clopping down the road. Plop, 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 plop. Same thing right here. Now this thing is real lopsided. So we're gonna start straightening this lopsidedness out. I'm gonna start getting way up on the edge and breaking off pretty big chunks. It's a lot better right now, but still, you can see how all this needs to come off here. I might break it doing this. I might better take my time. I'm getting way up on it, causing a lot of pressure, not much pressure like here. That's what I'm talking about, getting in a hurry. I know I got to move a lot of mass because it's lopsided. So I'm just reaching up on top of pretty good ways and trying to break some stuff off. Okay, I'm gonna bring this edge up and kind of come in here and shape it up a little bit this way. Now then we got to round this here. Remember this spot I had right there, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Because I'm rounding it out, it's gonna take it out anyway. If I'd tried to get it out earlier, I probably would have broke it. I didn't know it was going to work like this, but it worked out real well that I left it alone. I didn't realize how lopsided this point was. Come on, look, dude. Trying to bring this edge up and barely shave it. I don't want to lose no more width. Okay, we'll hit right here and knock that out and pressure flake it out. Like I say, won't you pressure flake and see what's going on? No, this is a percussion thing. So I can pressure flake right there and knock it out. It's a hinge this way, so I got to come off of this way. And it did some. it did 80% of what it's supposed to, but it still left a little thread hanging. So I'm gonna come over here and corner this out and see if I can get rid of that little thread hanging. I don't know why I'm letting it aggravate me. It's not hurting the thing. I can leave it in there. Not what it's gonna hurt a thing. I think that's what I'm gonna do, because I'm afraid I'm gonna break it. I gotta run plates across this side, and I won't take that chance. I'm not through doing percussion work. And I tell you what, if I don't break it when I run these across here, I'm gonna pressure flake that joker out. Because this is too close to being finished. I'm just gonna leave it in there, one or the other. I can't leave it in there, it's aggravating me. That's my problem. All right, I got plate patterns going all the way across except right here. Boy, that's a good one. All right, I hit it then. Nothing happened. So I'm gonna raise this edge up a little more. Bring this one down. A little sharper angle on it. One little light. Well, about 3 little light rubs. There it goes. There it went. Okay. Alright, there's no plate scars right here. So I'm going to try to like run the flute down it. Now we got 1 plate scar. Now we got 2. Now we got 3. It's all plate scars. Now it looks like it's kind of rounded, but that's because its edge is sloping down all the way. I'm going to pull it up. Where it's centered. I had to slope a long ways to run some plates across there like I wanted to. Tell you what, I'm gonna look at it and see. I might hit on it some more. Just straightening these little ends and out. Okay, it's curved this way. I guess I did it then when I did that and I didn't realize it, so I'm just gonna pop the point off and roll it back that way and make it a little shorter. That's pretty straight. There we go. Second person. Anybody wants it, be the second person to the first person to contact me on that one. That'd be the last one. The first one I made on that would be number 1, and that one would be number 2. It's yours. I'll ship it to you free. Y'all have a blessed day.